Welcome back to Deadside. This is day 9. I've been doing a lot of looting here in Kamensk and it is really paying off. Something that I wanted to try to show on camera is how I use red keys to get the lockbox that's at the skyscraper in Kamensk. So there are a bunch of tall buildings here that you can loot, but right here specifically is the skyscraper building, and it's basically the residential building that has the lettering at the top. On the map, it's about right here is where you can see. I can't zoom exactly in on it, but it's right next to where I've placed this dot here. In my inventory, I do have a red key. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show the method that I use to go up and go down to look for the locked box in the skyscraper building. Let me go to where I normally park. All right, so I'm over here where I normally park, and some AI spawned right here on me. So I'm gonna have to clear those guys out before I can actually set up what I'm trying to accomplish here. Let's get healed up a little bit. So now that the excitement's over, this is where I normally set up whenever I come here to loot this particular building. These are the two little entrances. It's really just the one entrance here on the right. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll come over here, and if I find some food that I need to cook up, I'll build a little campfire right here and cook it up. And I'm kind of protected, and I've got a little cover. The parking lot, we're behind the building. This is the building, the skyscraper building. The big sign letters are on the front. And I park back here. There's a good bit of looting over in this little area here, and then also in that kind of brownish red building there. You can loot this one here, and you can loot over here as well. So there's a good reason to come over here. A lot of loot spots all in one spot. I'm actually gonna do that real quick. There's one more AI floating around here. I only got 2 out of the 3. The third guy shut the door and ran off, which I thought was weird AI behavior. I keep finding these bunker keys pretty consistently. Yeah, so I'm not sure where you're supposed to get those actually at, but I get them pretty consistently like this. Okay, so I finished looting that side building. Now I'm going to go up into the skyscraper building and show the method of how I loot and look for a lockbox. So when you come in from the ground floor, you're just going to come up one flight, and you're going to see that there is an open elevator with a ladder. If you try to go up, you can't. It's blocked off here. And I want to show this specifically because we're going to come down to about right there. So we're going to get in. We're going to get on the ladder. We're going to climb all the way to the top. We're going to have to do a couple little parkour moves, and then we'll be inside the building. Okay, we come to the top. We're going to climb up. We're going to do a little parkour move to climb up here. And then one more. There we go. Now we're in. Now, I like to work my way down, and then I come back up. So we're going down. I always poke my head out here and just do a loot search. There's a set of binoculars somewhere. Okay, it's on the ground there. Look up here to see what we see. Occasionally something will spawn there. Nothing there. All right, now this is the blocked off area that I was showing before. I stood there and looked up here, and that's basically where we climb into the elevator at. Now we're going to go all the way back up to where we climbed in, and I'll stop and show that floor so that you can see from there up what it looks like. So this is the floor where we came up. that's that roll of duct tape. We jumped up there, did the parkour spot from the ladder, and then climbed into here. Now we're gonna go up to the top of the building looking for a red key lockbox. And I'll check these to see if they're gonna open as we go, because I'll search them along the way. Occasionally it can spawn in these rooms. So I'm gonna pull my flashlight out. I'm not worried about anybody seeing this. This is PvE, but I'd like to be able to see where I'm going and what I'm doing. And the AI won't aggro me whether I have my light out or not. I think they just aggro from 100 yards away regardless. They have the best eyesight I've ever seen. All right, working our way up. Okay, now we're at the top of the building. And up here we have the ladder to go up, and then we have this walk-up area. We're gonna go up the walk-up area first because that's most often where I see this lockbox. Kind of surprised there's no loot here. There you go, hard to get to. That's a bag. Take that. Guess I can take that ammo. I just stock that ammo up to sell. Once I get extra stacks of it, I'll take it to the trader to sell. Nothing in the corners. Always look hard in the corners to see if anything's been dropped off. Nothing over here. Normally there's something there, but it all depends on how it spawns. All right, so nothing here. Now we're going to climb up to the top and see if we see any lock boxes up top. I always look back behind me here into this corner right there, because sometimes something will spawn behind you. When I come out here, I like to look into the corner right here, and then I look on the ledge top here, and I look here and here, look behind there, and again on this ledge top. And then up here, of course, is the lettering on the skyscraper building, so that's where you know you're at the right building. Let's go. There's something spawned here. Oh, worms. Great. Sometimes you can get something nice that spawns there, not just worms. Look in this corner, look behind here, look on this ledge, and we look back. There's a comfort box, another rug. We'll take it. I can always sell it. And then I'm going to climb up top and see if there's anything up top. And we have struck out again. Now, I will be upfront and honest. I have attempted to make this video 3 times now, and every time there's not a lockbox in here. I don't know if it's just the YouTube gods playing with me or not, but normally it's back here in this corner, spawn somewhere. Somewhere over here or over back here somewhere. Yeah, right here. This would be the normal lockbox location, but it's it is not there now. So, you know, I'm having bad luck. What I will do is loot some areas near me to see if I can find in one of the buildings near me that lockbox that should be in here. It can spawn in a few different locations, so you have to kind of, you know, check the skyscraper building and then some of the buildings around it. All right, now we got to be careful because it is dark, and we're going to drop down over here. Oh, okay. Ooh, that was close. Now we're going to climb down, and it is dark. And climbing up here is never easy for me, particularly when I'm in the dark. All right, now I'm going to equip a weapon, and I'm going to turn my light on. I'm going to go out and look kind of to the building that's kind of behind us to the left, and go from there. Now that we're inside and we've got the door closed, I'm going to pull out my actual flashlight, and we're going to work our way up this building, and we're just going to see if we can find any kind of open doors, and we'll look and see if there's any locked case spawns there. Found a comfort case with a Purple Puppies poster in it. It's my second favorite band in all of Deadside. Duck whistle. I'll tell you what, inside the top of the toilet seat is a duck whistle. Almost, I'd say it's the most common spawn that's under there. Okay, so now we're at the top. You can see we've got the ladder there, and this is blocked off. Oh, fishing worms, okay. This is blocked off. You can't get up there. So the only thing we can do now is climb up. All right, just bring a flashlight back out. always look behind me. There's nothing there. Let's go out, kind of do a right-hand search pattern. We're going to check in this corner here, on this ledge. We're going to check in this little corner section here. I like to look on the top, make sure there's nothing in this corner, this ledge, and we're going to look behind here. Sometimes some ammo will spawn right there. We just work our way. Let's look up top first because we got rooftops to jump to. So let's get up top. Nothing here, nothing here. Oh, they're giving him hell. Alright, so let's look in this corner here. Right here. Nothing back there. This ledge, and we'll look back behind us here. Nothing there. Alright, now we're going to jump across. I always look the same way every time. Look at the corner, look at the ledge. Tucked in here, tucked down there. Look behind here for ammo. Look on this ledge, this corner, the top of here, that corner, this ledge, and then back behind us in this corner. And then we'll look up top. And we are striking out on the lock boxes. All right, so we're parked in front of that one right there, and we're gonna have to go back down that side. I want to go to those two buildings over there and look. I think that's gonna be our best bet. Let's get our weapon light. Some of these you can't climb up into, so I'll just check the stoop to see if there's anything on the cover above the stoop. All right, we can go into this one. Well, that would be a lockbox spawn. There's nothing in it, obviously. All right, so we're at the top. We know this one's locked. So we'll just climb right up here. All right, so basically the same way. I go over to this corner. Start the other side. Come over here, look behind. There's nothing. Ledge, this area up top, right here, the ledge. And we're gonna look up top, make sure that there's not anything spawned up here. There's a comfort case. That's a TV. Let's see, what do I want to drop? I'm gonna drop this fish, and we're gonna take the TV. All right, we're looking behind here on the ledge, each little corner there, and then we look right here. And now we cross over. Checking the corners, the ledge, this corner, that ledge. I'll go ahead and check up here. Up top, nothing on the ledge. Climb down. Nothing here. On the ledge, each little corner, the ledge, and back behind here. Nothing. Sometimes these will be open and you can go down one level, and sometimes they're not. So it's worth coming over to take a look. Okay, we dealt with all the AI around here. We're going to go in and take a look up here and see what we see. All right, we're at the top of the building. Oh, we actually have both sections open. We'll go up here and look first. Collecting all this. Wire, binoculars. Sometimes that'll be one. A red key lockbox. Nothing here. We got another rug, which we don't need another rug. Some loot spawns here. Check behind me. Okay. Look in the corner. Sometimes this can be one. Two rugs, great. Well, this one was a bust. Let's go up top and see what we see. All right, we'll look behind us. Nope, nothing there. All right, we'll look in the corner. The ledge in the corner. The ledge, look behind here for ammo. We'll go to this ledge, this corner. There. Let's go up top. And looks like we got no spawns here. We'll go to that building next. Take a look there. We're at the top, climb up the ladder, see what the rooftop looks like. All right, we've got a box here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a locked red box. I have a red key in my inventory, so we're going to go and we're going to take a look. This was not a lockbox, but it's got a good weapon in it. We're going to go ahead and finish looking around on the roof here. See if we see anything in the corners. And up top. And there's a comfort box. Okay, so we came up here, the top of this building, and there's a spawn here for an SPD. So I'm going to take that for sure. Drop dartboard. Take the SPD. Take the ammo. Well, I'll leave the ammo. I'm full on ammo. Also, over here is a lockbox. So I don't know if it's going to be a red key lockbox or not. So I still have my red key. We're going to open it and see. So that is definitely... No, that's just a regular lockbox. All right, now it's time to start dumping some stuff because we got to make some room. Anytime you can get this kind of ammo, you have to try and take it. Well, we spent the day looting in Kamensk. I was really trying to show how to use a red key to unlock a lockbox, particularly on the skyscraper here in Kamensk. This is the third time I've tried to record this video. It was crazy. I was getting these red keys out of desks just in random places, and I was finding a lockbox at the top of skyscraper. Well, one time at the bottom of skyscraper, but I've been finding them pretty consistently. I thought, well, let's just do that on camera the next time for day 9. No, I was not able to find a lockbox. Now, I did find some survivor boxes, which does not require a red key, and we found some great ammo and some great loot in there. I also found that BSD spawn that was just laying there at the top of one of the buildings. So that's nice. I'll fix that up, and I'll sell that to the trader because I've already got a BSD. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed a little trip around Kamensk looting. We got some great stuff, and we'll keep doing this kind of thing in this series. For the next video, I think I'm going to try to do something that I'm probably not prepared for, and that is do a bunker. Now, I've been looting bunker keys and finding them all over the place, and I've got a bunker that's right next to my base. So if I die, or I should say when I die, I can just respawn and run back in there. Now, I've never done a bunker, so that should be interesting and challenging. And I'm not exactly sure what I'll find in there, but I've got tons of the torch repair tools that I can use on the red lock boxes in there. and I've got some explosives, well, some grenades that I'm going to use. So we're going to give it a try in the next video. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun making it. And check back often because we're always testing stuff and we're always on an adventure. And we will see you in the next one.